Okay, guys. Hiroyuki Carter.
Hey, call me Hiro.
Pleasure to meet you. I was beginning to think you and your driver weren't gonna make it. I'm from Live, the camera company sponsoring this race, and I'll be heading up this event. Walk with me.
Look, thanks again. I'm really stoked about this. Thanks for giving us the shot.
Don't mention it. We're always on the lookout for new talent, and you and your friend fit the bill. And I don't have to tell you this, but you do right by yourselves in this race, you'll see a lot of doors opening up for you.
Gotcha. We won't disappoint you.
Disappoint me? That's not what this is about. It's your chance to impress people who matter. The events my company organizes are a feeder for every racing family out there. You do want to race, yes?
Oh yeah, this is such a big deal for us. We've tried broadcasting our races, but no dice. I guess nobody wants to see nobodies.
Trust me. Just show the world what you've got in this one. You'll get followers like that. Run a good race, and you'll find your options and your followers increasing.
We'll give it our best.
Hiro, my friend. I don't want your best. I want legendary badassdom. Anyway, I've got to go. Something about putting on a race. Best of luck.
Okay, thanks. You're good to go, buddy. Break a leg. Hell, break anything you have to. Drive like I know you can, and we'll be in the big leagues in no time.
City that never sleeps. In this event, you'll see New York taken over by racers in a way you never could have imagined. It's not just a city. It's a playground for the best pilots and drivers of today and tomorrow. We're here today to watch the first episode of this year's Live Extreme series. In this new season, talented newcomers have a shot at taking on established stars and a chance to impress all the racing teams out here. And believe me, they're watching. And just as important, they need to generate excitement. That's how fans flock to them. And that's what it's all about, right? Become a racer, steal the show, and see your follower numbers soar. Speaking of soaring, get a load of that jump. There you have it, folks. The numbers are going through the roof. And now Live goes to the extreme. You'll gain followers by winning, of course, but that's not the only way. Do a spectacular stunt like this, and the fans will come a-running. Check it out. We're 2/3 of the way through, and I believe we're watching a new star exploding onto the circuit. We kick it up a notch for the grand finale. This is how it is these days. Just being a good pilot isn't enough anymore. You've got to shine on and off the course, staying sharp on the social media side. It's simple math. The more followers you have, the more followers you'll get. Sign on with your first racing team, and the second will start looking at you. Pile up supporters, and the contracts will be knocking on your door. To put it another way, a driver who attracts enough followers will open up new styles of racing. We call them disciplines. You'll call them awesome. And isn't awesome what we're all after? From the heart of New York City, this was the Live Extreme Series, Episode 1. Thank you for watching, and remember to follow us on all social media.
Cool, it is official, my friend. We have made the big time. We're still gonna have to prove ourselves, but that's more than fine. You know, we've got the right stuff. There's so much to try. Boats, planes, all kinds of cars. It's like the world's biggest buffet menu, and we're gonna take a bite out of everything. We're talking street racers, off-road, pro racing, freestyle. We could take a test run with any of them. Or if you ask me, do them all. Pick which one you want to try first, and let's go. My friend, welcome to the Motor Nation. Now, we've got 4 ways we can get this puppy rolling. It's your pick. How do you want to start?
Look what we have here. The name's Latrell. I'm sort of like the unofficial welcoming committee for the street racing family. We tune our rides, show them off, and race 'em. If that sounds like something you want in on, I'll loan you a car, but you gotta do the driving. If you win, you're one of us. Just remember, the car's a loaner. Don't scratch it.
Welcome.
right, you did it. Now come with me. Got something for you I think you're gonna like. That was some fine racing, which means you punched your ticket to the spot, the place where the street racing community hangs. I'm part of the crew here that's looking to take what we do legit. Feel the same way? Maybe we can help each other out. This guy, on the other hand, wants to keep it on the streets. His name's Edgar Marquez, but you best call him Tio. He's the champion racer around here, the king of the quarter mile. You want to take a shot at him, it's going to take everything you've got. And maybe a few things I can teach you. You got talent, but I can give you skills. You see those cars? One of them's yours. Reward for winning that trial. It'll be a little tougher to earn the rest, though. You gotta buy those. Win enough races, get enough cred, and you'll get to play with all sorts of toys. Drifting, drag racing, you get the idea. You gotta run, and you gotta win. Now, pick your ride. Get behind the wheel, and let's see what you got.
Cool. You know how we were talking about tricking out our rides? Now we've got the tools to do it at the house. Just no flame decals, okay? You can open the map and see if there are any activities available anywhere. Not that just pounding around isn't fun.
at the hot shot rookie. Thinks they can just roll in and walk away with it.
You race for pinks? We're gonna be walking, all right.
Now this is what it's all about for some folks. Rides, people, party. Easy to see why going legit was confused. Gonna take some time to get more people to see it my way. The time I've got. Just look at those cars. There's some mighty fine rides lining up out there. But you know who I'm thinking our friends should be watching out for?
Go. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, your sleeper car just woke up in a big way.
Hey, Jack.
Nope.
Not much. I saw you're on the crew too. I figured maybe we'd crew up for a bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna prove somebody. You can join mine.
Really moving.
That's what I was trying to do, but someone was denying it, so whatever. I'll join you in a minute. I'm in the middle of a race, so hold on.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm super... I played both the closed and the open beta, and I'm super impressed with this game. And I think it could only get better.
Bringing a police car.
Right now, I don't know what car have you've got all the cars that I do probably. What's your favorite car so far?
So far, the one I've upgraded that Audi GT.
Oh, I'm running right now. I bought the I got the for my free car with the Mazda MX-5.
Oh, I got several cars. You didn't do all those challenges.
Hold on.
Did you do all those?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you do all those challenges? I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, it's my sound system.
Okay.
I'll tweak it down a bit.
There was some challenges on the first crew game that you can unlock for this game.
Yep.
Did you do all those?
Yeah, almost all of them. I did. I missed one.
I got a 15 on them.
Yeah, the one that I'm super happy with. The car I'm playing with right now is the Lotus Evora.
Oh, well, the fastest car I got is, well, I'm happy with it, the Ferrari 458.
Yeah, I saw the Lotus and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna play with the Lotus for a bit, and I love it. It's handles beautifully. It's lightweight. Looks great.
I'm just going to off-road races right now.
Yeah, I'll come help you out in a bit. Just let me.
I didn't know Mercedes made it pick up.
Yeah, they
I
did.
think I missed. Must be something I missed.
No, it was one of those things that's like, they did kind of hush hush, you know.
Oh, so it's like a concept.
Sort of. They made production. It's a production car. But what they did was, they did it on like the down low. They didn't really advertise it, and they weren't trying to go for sales on it. They produced it, but they weren't trying to go for sales on it, so it wasn't a very advertised thing. You'd really only hear about it if you went into a Mercedes dealership and we were looking at it. Yeah.
Oh, one of my friends in my crew right now, he must be doing something else. You can actually race with your crew members on these things.
Yeah. One of the things that I like is that if you say if you're super low level, like say you're like a level 80 and we're doing a hard race like requires level 200, if I complete that race in my level 200 or higher car and I win it, it counts for all of us. So like if you can't do a specific race, which like say for example like you suck at whatever, we'll say planes, you're not a very good pilot. but I'm a really good pilot, and you want help doing the pilot campaign, you just join a crew with someone who knows how to pilot very well. And
Oh, I know how to fly. I know how to fly those planes. I can fly upside down on the bridges.
oh yeah, I was freaking people up because I'd be flying right above their car, upside down looking at them.
Hey, look, we got loot for that. Grab it.
To freak people out like that in the beta and stuff like that.
Parts you can use to upgrade your rides. So keep bringing it in.
Just finished my first race, the sleeper.
Street racing's got history.
Okay, I'm doing this off-road race in the swamp.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn my mic down and increase my volume on you because you're kind of muffled, but let's see here.
Alright.
Is that better? Are you able to hear yourself still there?
I can still hear myself.
Okay. But you can hear me fine though, right?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello, Beta the crew too.
Oh.
No, this isn't the beta. This is the actual game itself.
Every time you set a record, it gets uploaded
Oh,
to the
someone else there?
library so you can share it with
I'm live streaming. Someone's on my live stream. They commented in it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured we got the game early, so I figured I'm getting the game early, so I figured I'd stream it. So I'm gonna find you and invite you here, or join you in one moment. If your
Okay,
buddy who
no,
you're
but-
with if your buddy is online and you're playing with him,
No.
if he's got a mic, invite him to the party. I guess I don't know.
His mic broke again. I don't know how many times it's broken. That's it.
Jeez. I just buy cheap. That's why you can hear yourself, because I buy like the cheap headsets for phones and just drape them over my neck.
I've had this headset for like 4 years.
Yeah, I used to
Oh,
have.
no.
I used to have a gaming headset. I still kind of do. I just don't know where it is right now. But it's part of the Skull Candies series, the gaming series, and they shut down their gaming lines years ago. Like more than at least like 3 years ago, they shut down their gaming line. Had it for like 6 years, but the problem is that they did break, but the only thing that broke on them was the cord, and the cord's removable.
Cord. Oh.
So like I can
Take it apart.
unplug it from both the headset and the controller and swap out a new cord. Sadly, I can't use the mic on the actual headphones because of the fact that it required a special cord that Skull Candy only manufactured, and since they shut down their gaming line, I can't get replacement parts.
Yeah, I'm looking at my card that got as reward from the last game.
Yeah.
Let's see, I got
Try out the Avora.
Austin Martin Vanquish. I just got it off a reward of the membership.
Yeah, try out the
Hear that beeping? That's your radar going on.
The Gaudi Dival, Lotus Avora, Mercedes-Benz, AMG GT, BMW M2, Maserati Grand Turismo S, Ford Mustang GT Grassback, Chevrolet Camaro RS,
Good eye. Live rewards pop
that
up all over
for
the place.
Fiat
You can always use your radar
sports
to
car, Indian
The,
Dark Horse,
check
Nissan
out when you get a
Pathfinder,
chance. Check out the Lotus Avora.
Mazda RX-7, Ferrari 458, KTM 450 Rally, Jeep Wrangler Evo, Mercedes.
What else do I have here? I know I have a lot
The
as well.
Hummer H1 Alpha Evo 2, Ford Focus RS, and 2 other trucks, but they won't be available till later.
Yeah.
Of course, this Jeep Grand Cherokee S58 monster truck, a Ford Raptor touring car,
And the Proto Leopard.
And the Proto Leopard.
Yeah. Take a look at the Avora though. GTE, it's pretty nice. I like the way it handles.
That's my bit. Wow.
I'm gonna send you that invite again, or that join request, and you gotta hit accept on it.
Alright.
If it's your crew. If it's not your crew, then it's the other person has to.
I'm already in a crew. Wait, can I? Let me see if I can invite you. Hang on. I don't know how to do that.
Hit the options button, go to roster,
Okay.
find my name, and hit invite.
Honestly, options says roster.
You know how you see when you hit the start or the options button, you've got news, pilot, roster, catalog, vehicles, activities, options.
Yeah.
You go to roster, and you see my friends.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said options. Yeah, I need a crew. Let's see. Oh. I don't see anyone in the station. It says 7. Well, how do I invite?
You highlight, you hit my name, and you highlight. You go to
There's no one
invite.
in the station.
Doesn't show anybody there.
Doesn't show anyone.
Huh. That's weird.
All my friends from White Stack too, they would have found me.
Cause I can see you. You're just outside of Temecula Wineries. You're sitting up there.
Oh, I can't find anyone.
Try. Have you fast traveled anywhere yet, or have you just been roaming around?
Fast travel.
Try fast traveling somewhere in particular.
Travel 2.
Because I knew there was a glitch with the crew too, with the initial one where sometimes it wouldn't put us in the same session unless you fast travel, unless we both had fast traveled it when we're both online.
Oh, the photo out nearby with the antler. Here? Oh, the bike.
It just showed you jumping. Okay, I see you. I'm gonna jump to you. I'm gonna jump to you and see if you can see my car sitting there, then that means that we're in the same session finally.
White Stack, I think you're a little late. You sent me a friend request since the moment I started.
Oh, I see. You're in the actual event. This is weird. I don't know why it's doing this, because I go to roster and I can see your name, and I click join this crew. But are you the crew master, or is it?
I'm the leader.
Okay. So you should see on the bottom of your screen, so and so is requested to join this crew. You hit triangle and then hit X.
No, I don't see it. All I see is White Stag invite me to an event.
All you see is what?
No, one of my other friends. He's my crew now.
Oh.
I don't know if we have one or not.
I don't know. I don't know why it's doing this. Because normally I should be able to join. I don't know what it's doing. Wait, you're on a bike, weren't you? You just jumped over the wall there on a bike, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's you. You were right in front of me. I was sitting in the Lotus.
Pretty easy. 36 seconds to spare.
Hmm. I don't understand how that could happen. Oh well. Eventually it'll... Keep an eye on your roster every so often, check it. Eventually it'll show that I'm there. It'll probably pop up saying so-and-so is now online.
Yeah, 1 grand already. Very much everybody.
Eventually it'll pop up saying that I'm online at some point or another.
Okay.
When it does, that's when you can invite me. Because when I hopped online into free roam, it said one Big Jack is online immediately.
Okay.
It's you'll see it come up.
Hang on. It's up.
Right here is where Teal,
Something came up.
made his bones.
Now.
If you win here, it's damn certain you're going to attract his attention.
It's you'll see it come up on the
No,
middle. On the middle left side of the screen, very far left side in the middle. In terms of height, it'll show up saying Rage is online, and that's when you'll see it, and that's when you'll know.
I was in doing the session. It won't load up. Oh, it must be one of the session guys right here.
Just hauling ass.
No, wrong way.
Jump.
Oh, that wasn't that many off-road races. Well, I go to Blaine.
Yeah, as you level up, you'll get more. Bye, boys. Man, this Lotus is quick. Little stiff handling though, but that's tweakable. It's nothing like it's nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
Just hauling ass. Woo! I win. Oh. Equip those parts to my car. Oh.
classic cars, who doesn't love them? More importantly, who doesn't want to race them? That's what you're going to get to do on a closed course wrangler just for us. It's a dream race, so go enjoy and win.
A bunch of classics within brand new Lotus Evora. You got like a classic Porsche, classic Datsun, classic muscle cars, classic Lamborghinis, and then just a brand new Lotus. That's gonna totally be fair.
Oh yeah, right. Before I registered for that, I didn't play for that closed beta. I didn't play the open beta at all because I already got the code playing the closed.
The open beta, they added more from the closed beta.
I didn't bother to play the open.
The open beta, they gave you the ability to run as run with all the, you know, in the closed beta they just had street cars, like the street events and the powerboat events and the off-road events. Like
open beta, even
the
like
trucks.
Open beta, yeah.
In the closed beta or in the open beta, the one that ended a couple days ago. They had the ability to do drift events. They brought in drift events, brought in the circuit racing, brought in powerboats, brought in the jet sprints, brought in all kinds of different things. They brought in the motocross as well. That was kind of cool. The motocross was kind of interesting. They merged, like they kind of made like a supercross style. It was just like Supercross, only it was kind of cool. Like it was open world. It wasn't in a stadium or anything, but it still had that Supercross feel, which was kind of cool.
How do you take a big jump in the plane?
Doing 120 mile an hour.
It's simple. Doing things gets you followers. The more followers you have,
Jump.
the more you'll be invited to do cool new things where you can earn even more followers. And bucks. Big bucks. Which we can use to buy all the cool stuff we want.
Oh, open the gate, will you? Thank you.
Yeah, they don't like to open the gate very much, do they?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you guys freaking mind? I gotta do performance, hit this button here, drop traction control.
Dang, I think you gotta get a little closer. There you go.
What's next on the list of stuff to do?
You have no trophy.
I gotta do the off-road stuff now, I think. Which is fine. I got plenty of time in the world to do that stuff.
Hey there. I'm Wade Parker. Maybe you've heard of me. And this is my show. I'm looking for someone interested in racing off the beaten track. And I'll loan you a ride to see if you've got it. What is it? Take the keys, my friend.
Outside.
We'll find out. If you win, you keep the car and get a shot at winning some real races. You lose, I take my ride back and it's so long. But you're not gonna lose, are Huh. I didn't think so.
I'm in the Raptor right now, just kind of. I was playing the open beta with someone, and they said that they didn't like the way this Raptor felt, and I'm like, okay, what about it? They're like, well, it's really slow, and I'm like, no, it's not. What do you mean? I can barely do 80, and I'm like, I'm doing 137 downhill. That's my phone. My phone's yelling at me because I'm not paying it enough attention. Despite what everybody's saying about how they didn't like the beta and whatnot, I still think it's worth every penny that I spent on this game.
Ooh.
What do you think? I think it's worth every penny.
Yep. I just wanted to do it.
Ow,
Okay,
crap.
Yeah.
Just slammed into a wall.
Upgrade.
I'm sorry, what?
Upgrade on plane. Now let's go to the next one.
Do you want to try and just retry that crew?
Come on.
What?
Base camp and your new car base.
The crew you're in. Want to try closing it and maybe reopening it?
Yeah, man, I might lose my buddy here.
I mean, if you're able to message him or whatnot.
Yeah.
Message him, let him know you're going to reopen it.
Okay, let me finish this one up, and then I'll do that.
Yeah. Because it's more fun when you get more money as well when you're racing with a crew.
Well, look who it is. You've made your bones. Now you belong here. So welcome to this little slice of
Oh, I'm not vertical.
You'll find everything.
No, not working.
climbers,
Hang on.
winners. And I'm betting that last one's with Yobo.
Oh,
Tuck
it's not working.
Though everyone calls him Tuck. He thinks he's number one around here, but we're gonna show that tree hugger just how wrong he is. He likes to ride out and explore. Lots of folks around here do, which is their mistake. They ought to be focusing on racing instead. But their loss is our gain. Yours and mine. And like I said, you can go to the shop and pick up the car that's waiting for you there. Call it an investment in your future. The rest of them there, those you'll have to earn.
Fly upside down.
Free vehicle.
Oh.
Oh.
How'd you like to earn a little cash just driving around? This magazine asked us to take some photos. You can see what they want in your photo album. It's not mandatory, but the way you roll looks like easy money.
I make this fine look easy. Too bad the GTA planes don't handle the same way.
Yeah. Oh, you're way up there.
What?
Oh, I'm just looking at the map and I'm like, you're way sitting up there. You're almost up by, You're way up there by, I don't remember what state that's in. You're by the Rocky Mountains, I know that.
Oh, yep. Oh, the little marker is up there.
For this race, you'll be driving a Mercedes X-Class pickup truck, and so will the competition, which means it's the driver that will make the difference. And I say that knowing you'll be the best out there.
Brakes. 1. Go. I'm doing the Mercedes-Benz X-Class.
Okay.
Rally raid.
Alright. I'm just doing don't move my plane. Before I move the boat.
I'm way off course.
And I got another trophy. Better.
And my phone went off. Again. It's the one day I don't want to be disturbed, I am constantly being disturbed.
East Mitten Butte is monumental in this valley near off road.
Chug, chug, chug. So a funny thing happened to me this morning when I went to get the game.
Alright.
So obviously I couldn't take the truck. So I couldn't drive there. So I walked there. It's like down the street. I had to get groceries as well, so it wasn't a big deal. You know, and I went and went and got my groceries. Upon exiting the grocery store, I ran into, like, I was just putting my stuff in my bags. I ran into the my neighbor's wife. She's like, "You want to ride back?" And I'm like, "No, I got another stop I have to make." She's like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, I had to put everything in my bag at that point, and I had toilet paper left, so I was just gonna carry the toilet paper under my arm. Not a big deal. But she's like, "Want me to just take that back for you, and we'll just drop it off outside your house on your front porch for you?" I'm like, "That would be great if you don't mind." She's like, "No, I don't mind." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Ended up dropping all my groceries off on my front porch. And let me do whatever I needed to do, which was, like, she's a nice lady. It was really funny. I'm just like, "Hey, look at that." Crap. Shit. I got stuck. Go. Go, truck, go. Go. Go, little truck, go. I win.
Oh. Into that archer tree.
Elves given the Mercedes. Yay. He says in a super sarcastic tone. So here, I want to see if maybe if it'll work if I run, if it'll pop us into the same lobby if I invite you to a crew.
Alright.
And then you invite your buddy and see if it works like that.
Okay, hang on.
Did it pop up?
Yeah, hang on. Got here.
No worries. Slam. Gonna do a quick photo because I got the bear with me photo mode, or the bear with me photo
capture moments for the
snapshot mode or whatever you want to call it, as I was literally right next to the bear.
You can go back and forth on the timeline to find
I was like, hey, I don't even need to look for him.
What I crash into?
Now I can see you, and I can join you and whatnot. The real question is going to be, where are you? There you are.
Hang on, I'm gonna invite my friend over. I think clearly is unknown.
Oh, you're in a plane. Choose a name for your game. Choose wisely, as it can't be changed later. So the guy names himself Wisely.
Our community of freestylers. I'm Sophia, and I'll be taking you on.
And the game goes, haha, very funny. And then it asks you to do it again.
Get that plane.
And then it goes, it asks for you to change it again. So he puts in changed later. And the game just goes, it can't be changed later. Please type another name. He goes, underscore, another name. I'm getting sick of you. The fact that the game developers felt it was adequate to put that in the game is funny as all hell.
Now try a roll. To roll, level out your flight, then pick left or right. Move the stick in the direction you choose until you've done a full roll. Time to air drift. Just hold your right or left rudder pedal down for long enough and you'll get the hang of it.
Up here I can do.
Knife flight can be tricky. Orient your plane with one wing pointing straight down and you've got it. Try a loop. Just pull the stick back until you've gone a full 360 degrees.
One moment.
One gate.
I'm inside you.
Yep. Hear that? I got two propellers.
Seriously? It didn't complete the roll for me. There we go. Vertical up.
No, don't need to do a roll. Now I'm going vertical up.
That's the style.
Nosedive. I just crashed it.
Nosedive and a few rolls.
Did too many rolls in one run. And then I nosedived it and then I crashed it.
Whoa, crash.
No, gotta do my rolls right now, and then I've gotta do my nosedive.
Too close. I gotta get higher up. Oh, damn tree. I do roll out to do it on the mountain.
Knife plate. Under the bridge. Wait, where's the bridge?
Damn tree. And a bridge. Oh, there's a high bridge.
Woo!
Darn, I can't find a bridge.
Because you're like 2.5 miles away from everything.
I'll have to wait for it to end, damn it. And another trophy. Because I'm famous.
I just hit popular, I think.
I just hit famous.
Yeah, let me get my planes and stuff first, so that I can actually like be worth upgrading and stuff.
Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
How's the Crew 2 doing on so far?
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
When they did our pro trial, they put me in the
about his
right
mic
away.
again?
Yeah, he broke his mic again.
Yeah, I know. I saw it right beforehand. I saw trouble. He's trying to fix up his little jack and stuff, and I was like, oh, he broke it right there. He broke it. Yesterday, he ordered another one. Now he's gonna get it like in the next 2-3 days. Oh my god. I don't know how many headphones he's been breaking like lately. I don't know how he keeps breaking those.
Time to air drift. Just hold
I find it one of the most ridiculous things ever. I have never seen it break because I'm still using this $5 headphone and it still works.
Damn.
I have never used the PlayStation headset that provided us from the PlayStation 4 box.
Neither have I.
One wing pointing straight down.
Hang on, give me a minute.
I used it once just to see how good is it. It's kind of alright, but the feel of the quality is like a little cheap.
To me, I bought my PS4 used, so I didn't get that set, but I could have bought another set and I didn't get any of the PS4 sets.
Wait, you got like the first gen one or that slim version or the Pro?
First gen.
People like. Oh, that little kilogram looking.
Yeah, I've got the fat fucking 2 slab launch edition.
Oh, when it's launched.
I'm back.
was awesome.
Yeah, it's because I got the slim version. I got the
Okay, you need to
PlayStation
meet
like
my
a
partner in
month ago.
crime, Emmett, at the barn, and then we
Yeah.
can really get you rolling.
Shit, $300, and it gives me 1 terabyte system with all the kind of stuff it gives me. But my brother's lucky. He got the 1 terabyte version too, but it comes with the Star Wars 2, and that's on Best Buy. But they got it a good deal.
Well, see, what I've done is I bought the launch edition for like $300 when I first bought it a while ago, good couple years ago, and I had a 1 terabyte hard drive laying around, so I just popped it in.
Shoot, I have like a terabyte on my system. I was thinking of adding another storage to it.
Sophia was talking about. We'll see if she's as good a
All
judge
right,
of
now
alcohol
to
as
vote.
a pilot.
Have it for one.
And a driver. And
Let me
never mind. You get the picture.
Because they have the extended storage for the first gen of these Force.
You see these people?
Are you playing on PS4?
Play hard.
Yes, we are.
Somehow make ends meet. Until you can wrap your head
Very
around
well,
that,
copy.
you don't belong here.
Yeah, ignore my my random ass comments and stuff. They're
I've got something
guys.
for you down at the store, by the way.
I'm live streaming currently the game, and I get questions people ask me through my system, and I just reply.
Smile on your face. Just remember to keep smiling.
Oh, yeah.
Some guy asked if we were playing PS4. It's like, yeah.
In the meantime, I suggest you
How you can play it?
Dude, I've been in a lot of live streams lately during when I was a YouTuber.
Yeah, we can play it because we have
this
gotten
beta?
it early. Yeah, this is the full game. We've gotten it early.
Yep.
Yeah, my even Stag tells me about it. He was staying up almost all night just to wait until the Crew 2 is installed in his system. And he
I
was
went and
waiting.
grabbed it this morning.
And it goes Stag.
I went and grabbed mine this morning. Took all of like 10 minutes to install.
I played mine for like an hour, then I got off.
His took him like 2-3 hours just because he was playing GTA 5 with me yesterday.
25 new activities. Woo!
There's an easy way for us to add followers. All you've got to do is cool stuff like flying under bridges, drifting, or taking big jumps.
I heard about
More
the new
stuff
DLC
we
to
change, the
GTA
more
5
followers we get.
coming in.
Yeah, I stopped playing GTA 5 after they kind of ruined it when they made everything like millions and millions and millions of dollars, and it took forever to get that money.
Right. I've been grinding so much right now. I have 2.2 mil out of like 2-3 days of grinding.
Exactly.
Title is Open Beta Test.
It's not even worth it right there. That's crazy. Seriously, if they want to make Shark Crimes edit up with more money and like say let's just put like 1 mil for like $10. I think that's not that hard. I mean, no, they decided to rip. They're trying to like spend us like if you want to go high like in almost 10 mil, you're roughly gonna spend like 100 actual bucks to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, and yeah, I know the title says open beta test. It's a continuation of a live stream I did earlier on, about 2-3 days ago.
Hey, Rage, what was your GTA Online rank when you stopped playing? It's yours.
Like 200, 300, 400. It was really high.
Okay.
I just barely reached 100. I'm barely in rank 100.
Well, I've had a game since October, and I'm 381 already.
Yeah, I've stopped
Wait,
playing it for a good couple years.
Wait, I have a really high rank on my PS3, but I have modded money on it through from even they put my double roll feature on it. But since I was so late on the transfer, I can't transfer all my stuff that I have from that old gen to the new gen.
Yeah. I'm
So I had
super
to start from
excited to be able to
scratch.
get into the hypercars. I'm gonna love that. Because I really want to play with the Koenigsegg.
Wait, dude, how many consoles?
There's a Koenigsegg, a gear, and a re-gear.
Yeah, the Regera has only one gear.
Not even, yeah, I know. YouTube Payback, and that thing has one gear, and that thing could go to top speed with that sucker.
Yeah, but the Regera 0 to 60 is like 3 seconds, but 0 to 300 mile an hour is like 15. It takes forever to get rolling, but
Man,
once it gets
Crew 2 is
rolling,
very
it's gone.
Yep. I wonder, dude, that would be the goodest thing. A test, that new kind of Tesla that beats the freaking Bugattis going against the Regera.
They got Formula 1 cars.
Yep. Nothing in the mailbox. Cool.
Powerboat and touring car. Air race.
Hey, it doesn't need no more.
So you want to pick a race to do their Actually, let me get my pro racing trial done, so I can get all my boats and shit, and then get all my stuff going, and then I guess we'll pick an event. We'll take turns picking events or whatever. I don't care. Just race around and make some money.
My favorite thing from this game is planes.
Yeah, I enjoy the planes.
I'm looking for a driver. If you can handle
I enjoy the
yourself
planes a lot as well, but
and in the air,
I enjoy them all.
wheel, obviously, though we'll come to that later. Then maybe you've got what my team needs.
Soon, if the Crew 2 comes out on the disc, I'll probably get it, but I'll just need to wait, because I highly doubt it will come out to like 70, like 80 bucks or something, or about it when it comes out.
Mine is on disc.
And I'm Alexis.
Oh, you got it on the disc?
Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, the Crew 2 is currently only anyone who's playing the game right now currently has the biggest edition, the Steelbook edition. Because today was the launch day for.
It's like $100 for that.
I paid 180 Canadian.
Yeah. I was like, it'd be that much. Damn.
But the standard edition and all the other editions launch Friday, and they're about 80 Canadian. It's gonna probably, I think it's like 60 or 70 American.
No, well, I paid like 100 for the gold edition.
Okay, so it's 100 for the gold edition. So yeah, I mean, mind you, my numbers are different just because it's Canadian and it's, yeah.
Man, I could have got it right there, but not spend money on the freaking car that I had with. Because I just blamed the freaking alternator from yesterday. I had it really had to get it working.
Huh. Yeah. I went to go do groceries today. It was pretty funny. I went to do groceries and I got all my groceries and realized that I went to go pay with my debit card.
You got the gig.
Hold on there.
Let's go someplace we can talk about what happens next.
Give me a moment. I gotta do my power boat stuff. I had to get my my boat and stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing the final trial to get my free stuff. But as I was saying, I went to go pay with my debit card, right? Because I knew I had money in the bank and whatnot, which was fine. And turns out that my car payment, or my truck payment mainly, to get my truck, I've been paying annual payments to get because my truck's was repaired by my buddy. And so I've just been paying him back for it. It was like a $30,000 repair. Been paying him back for it over time. And which is fine. And it took my bank took it out and didn't tell me. So thankfully I had a couple $100 sitting in my truck that I had grabbed prior to leaving the house just in case. And I was lucky because it turns out that when I went to go buy my groceries, I didn't have the money for them in my bank account, so I had to go pay with the cash, which sucked ass, but I got lucky.
He's the reigning champ around here.
Yeah, dude. Dude, me, I just literally had a bad day. Okay, it happened when I have to meet my boss's house. We have to, because during before all that happens, there was a big storm that hit us. And our store is like completely flooded, like literally flooded. And so we decided, like, you know, let's go help out the other stores to cover our hours and stuff. But we had to call like 2-3 days off. But then when when she messaged us in the group, he's saying everyone meet at her place at like around 8:30ish somehow. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I decided to go over there and everything, and I finally noticed my car's battery little gauge, it started going down and down. I was like, oh shoot, it's doing it again. So I decided to accelerate a little bit to see it kicks in, and it somehow was like, it's kind of kicked in a little bit, but it barely moved the little freaking voltmeter. And as soon as it keeps stopping and stopping, I see that little sucker going down, down, down. I was like, shit, I'm having a bad day. Even though when I look through the hood, I see like a couple loose bolts that is on the freaking terminal. So I decided to tighten up a little bit, and it went up like almost at full power. And here's the worst thing I cannot forgive. Okay, when I was trying to get over there to my my routine area, my routine routes I always go, I see the gate was closed because the flood. Because they said it was safe to go already. So I decided to make a damn U-turn, but how I did not notice, the mud is still really moist from the flood. So I accidentally went back out further and I got stuck in the mud. Seriously, I was trying to floor it a little bit. This could not move. It's not even budging. And I was like, oh, what a great day for me. I was seriously so disappointed. Even I look at the gauge, it's going down.
Alpha?
Hi.
Hey, Alpha.
Yeah, you want to know what you do for that?
I am, yeah.
You want to know what you do to remedy that there, JK?
But luckily, a person helped me out with the rope. I was so lucky, and then by that, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back home. Screw this, I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna call it a day off. I just want to go home. But as soon as I reached close to home, my battery is at the red. Like literally at the red. I'm seeing the gauges going flickering like crazy. The needles like jumping all over the place. Then the lights are not even going on. And outside at this gas station, real quick, just to stop. And then as soon as I pull up at the gas pump, it literally stalled.
Yeah, that's what happens when your alternator dies.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed. I thought it was the battery because I just barely bought the damn battery for like weeks ago. And I was like, so I was like, it's not the battery, it's brand new. And when I finally noticed, I had to call my grandfather to come over here to see the jump start to see what's up. So when I start up the car, I see it's full battery, and as soon as I take off the cables, I see the battery just went down. And he was like, it's the alternator. And I was like, really? It's the alternator? And then as soon as I was trying to give like a little gas, like rev it up to the specific RPM so that the alternator can kick in, right?
Well, game. But what happens is that people don't realize this, but your car, the only time your car is ever fed off the battery is when it's starting.
Hang on, guys. I got a body invite. I gotta go.
No worries. Well, yeah, it turns over the car. Once the car turns over, and it starts running, the belt spinning the alternator, and then the alternator powers everything. Charges the battery and powers everything. Powers off the alternator. And the alternator at the same time is powering everything, including accessories. It also charges the battery.
Yeah, that's why I learned this from automotive class. And I finally noticed, what do you mean it's the alternator? As soon as I went to the mechanic and I took it off and I spin it, and it kept spinning, so that means this thing is done. You can tell if it's done, just spin it. And if it keeps spinning, it means it's worn, it's done.
Yeah.
So I decided I had to spend, you know how much? $240 to just get this.
Ready for this one? I'm paying off a $30,000 repair on my truck. You want to know what happened?
Oh yeah.
What happened was, it was a $3,000 repair, turned into a $30,000 because while my truck was sitting in the lot, getting it while my buddy was getting it fixed and getting the parts required for it, it got destroyed. And what happened was some idiot in a Honda, in a hatchback Honda Civic with illegal neons and illegal modifications on his car caught this all on CCTV to make it worse, which is funny as hell.
Of course, this is a Honda.
Well, it was funny as hell because we caught this all on CCTV. And it was really funny. Neon, like underglow.
Is it in
underglow? Stuff you light up your chassis
right?
with and your wheels is illegal up here. You cannot have that. Really, you cannot have that on a road-going vehicle. You can have it on a car, you just can't have it turned on unless the car is parked stationary. You cannot have it on a road-going vehicle.
Wow. That is weird.
As well as you can't have nitrous on a road-going vehicle. You can have it in the car, hooked up. You just can't have it attached to the engine.
Oh, dang. I don't know, but my area can do that. But ours, we just see a bunch of trucks going at it.
But what happens is that what happens is that he tried to do a burnout in a front-wheel drive car. He made two major mistakes. First mistake: don't try and do a burnout in a front-wheel drive car. It does not work out very well. Second mistake. Second mistake. If you're gonna do a burnout, don't fucking forget the handbrake. Ended up accelerating full tilt because he was showing off for some chick in the passenger seat. Hit my truck. The front of my truck. My truck is a F350 quad cab long bed turbo diesel. Dually.
Oh shit.
But it's got a. I pulled the old diesel out and replaced it with a diesel from a scrap transport truck. So the truck went from weighing a ton and a half to 3 tons.
So that's a heavy truck.
I've got, yeah, and he hit my truck with such force that when he impacted it, my truck jumped up. The front of my truck bounced up and landed on top of the car. On impact.
Oh shit!
On impact,
dang.
My engine exploded. On impact, my piston. I had a piston ring. Actually, I had a whole piston, went through my buddy's garage window. And, mind you, it didn't just go through the glass because it was nighttime, right? So there was a steel shutter over it. It didn't just go through the glass. It hit the window with enough force to go through the glass and penetrate through the steel shutter.
Wow.
He exploded my engine.
That is one dangerous thing.
And ready for this one? Ready for this?
Right.
On impact, his passenger killed on impact. He was trapped underneath my truck in his car. They had to get a crane to lift my truck up so they could get the jaws of life under it.
Damn, you turned your truck to a tank. That's what it is. Your truck was a tank.
Sorry, that was a lot of weird echo.
It's a full-on tank.
Well, I designed it to pull like you wouldn't believe, right? It was sad because the reason why it's $30,000 is because very, very rarely do transport trucks get put into the junkyards due to body reasons. Right? It's always they get put into the junkyard due to mechanical failure. The engines are usually trash on them. So the only thing my buddy could do was either wait a long time and find a motor that was functional, or buy several motors and Frankenstein one together. Right.
Hey, I know a Mustang. I know how Mustangs do.
Yeah.
That's an L2.
I mean, it's sad that I have to deal with that, but my buddy fixed it. Thankfully, he's a good buddy of mine, so he fixed it without having me to pay him, and then I just have to pay him back over time, which is fair, understandable. But he it was pretty funny though. Like sadly, I'm paying for my own truck. My insurance I could charge him and get him to pay for it, but my insurance would go up So I'm paying for it myself, only because the dude is, they're still calculating the damage done. And he's still on top of his car, and he's got to pay for, I think it's total of over $600,000 worth of damages. To both all the vehicles in the lot, to my buddy's shop, to the nearby buildings.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
I have never seen... Dude, I've seen worse.
He's
but
not.
I
That's
think
the
yours
problem.
is worse. Yours on your side is more worse than mine. I've seen worse things, but I've never seen that worse. Damn.
That's insane.
He's not going to. That's the problem. He's going to have to be forcibly pay for it, but he's going to have to figure that out on his own.
Well, yeah, $600,000. Holy moly.
And they're still tallying it up.
Dude,
They're still police.
I freaking one of those cool ass Lamborghinis.
Like, I'm still being questioned about. I'm still always have police officers showing up here occasionally, like investigators, making appointments to come ask me questions about the damages, because they're still tallying all the damages up. Still. And this is like several months afterwards, they're still tallying damages. So that number's just gonna keep going up. Huh. Yeah. He caused a lot of damage, because my buddy's shop was full of cars. Some classics, some muscles, like some really nice classic cars. He had a lot of cars, and like I think he had 2 Bel Airs he was working on, and a Chevy Nova he was working on, as well as a classic C3 Corvette. 3 Dodge Magnums. He had 3 Dodge Magnums, 4 Jeeps, 2 big boats he was working on for someone.
In that place, I will be like chilling over there for like 2 days or 3 days, just looking at those damn cars.
I know.
Dude, I can't never see this.
All because he wanted to show off to some chick and was not thinking straight, because he was clearly under the influence of. He was driving a hatchback Honda Civic. Lowered stance.
Of course, it's the Honda.
I mean, it's a hatchback Honda Civic that was lowered, stanced, with illegal neons, and he was clearly under the influence at the time of impact.
Are you sure that was like one of those ricers?
It was. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I can spot a ricer a mile away, and because I drive. Ready for this? I drive my truck, my big fat truck, and then I race a lot of times for a local dirt track. I race a 1970 Dart.
According to
the Dart. Oh,
yeah.
Those darts.
Yeah, the Dodge Darts, 1970s.
Oh, those are good. But now they may get a 4-door sedan of these things.
Well, yeah, but I drive the older Darts. I drive all the time for the dirt track. I used to drive on my own for my own team, but my buddy just sometimes if his driver is busy, he'll ask if I can fill in for him, which is fine. Because I've just decided to not put the effort in to ever create a car again. It's not worth it anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I was not happy. Put it that way. I got that phone call like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was not happy. Sat up and was so pissed. I was like shaking violently. My girlfriend's like, "What the fuck is wrong?" Like, she sat up. I was shaking so bad I shook her awake. She's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I just got a bad phone call." She's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "My truck just got destroyed." Yeah. I mean, he was luckier though, because he did get lucky. Because for the past couple months, I've had 250,000 or 250 gallons of diesel in the back of my truck in tanks. So luckily he did not hit
That's a
hard
big
enough
tank.
to impact my truck with enough force to bust those tanks.
I just don't spam.
That he is lucky for, because if he did that, he would have killed people. Because if he did that, he would have killed people. Those tanks would have exploded.
Buy a little Honda that starts everything.
I mean, that is why I don't get me wrong. I think racers are kind of cool in their own way, but
Yeah, but
you
just
don't
looking to
drive
show
those
off.
cars.
They always show off.
You don't drive. If you're gonna stance a car out, don't drive it every fucking day. That when you stance a car out, it's not a daily car anymore. It is a show car. These guys who are stancing their cars
I
and
got no
driving.
problem with stance, but if it's kind of little stance, I can dig with that. But some people are just lay low to the ground and he's like these freaking tires that looks like it's touching the rim on the ground that low.
Well, what they do is they stretch their. They put tires that are too small for the rims on the rims. Stretch them, and then they stance the cars out, and they actually. They do. A lot of these guys do what's called the hockey puck mod, which is their engine is mounted in place. It's wedged in place by hockey pucks. Yeah. Because they have to remove the engine mounts to get their cars to sit that low. And so they have to use hockey pucks instead of steel because they removed the engine mounts that had the cushioning systems in them, which stop you from feeling the engine from shaking. And so they use hockey pucks because hockey pucks are able to take the vibration of an engine. And these guys, they're dragging their oil pans on the ground, they're dragging their chassis on the ground. Half the time after about 1,000 kilometers, their freaking bodies are only held on by one bolt. Half their mufflers are gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, one.
And people think that's a safe car to drive. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Up here?
Up here? That's not a safe car.
If the government or if the insurance companies realize that you've done that to your car, they'll void your insurance.
Really?
Yep, up here it's illegal to do that. Well, it's not illegal, but it's up here. It's insurance companies frown upon it. So if you do that to your car and they find out, they'll void your insurance. If you get into an accident with a car like that, it'll void your insurance. They will not pay out.
That's actually
It's understandable.
Oh yeah, it is. I've been seeing like other videos on YouTube. And it's like if they're doing street racing and they contact to it, they will just take up the junkyard and destroy it.
It's pretty funny.
I think I saw one. I saw one that looked like an R34.
Yeah, I mean, there's some crazy things that people need to deal with, that people do to their cars. Some of them are kind of cool. Some of them, I find, well, you can do. I'm all for doing whatever you want to your car. It's your car, but my problem is when you start to do things to your car that become unsafe for me. Right?
What do you mean by that?
Like stancing your car out. You can't brake anymore. If your car shits itself in front of my truck, I cannot stop. I cannot slam on the brakes and skid to a stop in 10 feet like you can. It takes me a while to stop. So if your car shits itself, like when I'm driving behind you, I'm a couple car lengths behind you, I'm trusting that your car's not going to fall apart right in front of me. That's dangerous, because I could kill you. And you would blame it, your family would blame me.
I can imagine right now if I were to drive my car right now and I see you behind me.
And think about it this way, right? a stance, say you're driving a stance car, right? Your stance car shits itself. I run you over. You die. Your family starts blaming me for your death and charging me for your death, even though it was your car's fault that you died because your car destroyed itself going down the highway and I couldn't stop. It's still, by default, by law, is my fault because I get charged with manslaughter and sent to prison because you were neglecting your car.
But I'm pretty sure wouldn't it be his fault? And
it would, but by law, it still classes my fault because I failed to stop. It's not stupid. It's because you're neglecting your car. And their car falls apart or their car destroys itself on the highway and someone hits them, it becomes that person who hits them's fault because their car was unable to stop in time, and the government simply checks for every car gets safetied up here, right? I don't know about down there, but up here everything gets safetied. And safety checks, they don't care about that stuff. They don't look for those kind of things. They look to make sure your brakes work. They look to make sure all these various safety features function. They don't look to make sure that the car isn't going to shit itself going down the highway at 120. That they don't look for.
It's like you don't care. It's like this. Like, you look at the car. Okay, yep, you can't pass.
I'm thinking the government should start making it so that you cannot make a law so that if a car stands out more than a certain degree in terms of camber, you cannot drive that car on the road. People ask then why don't you drive a smaller vehicle? It's because I drive my truck because I use it for work. I'm a roadside. I'm the guy you call when your car breaks down on the side of the road, and the tow truck guy says, "Oh yeah, I can fix that. I'll be there in 10 minutes." I'm that guy that shows up there in 10 minutes and fixes your car for you to get you on your way. My truck is my workshop. It's got everything. An air compressor, everything built onto it, so it has to be big. It has to be. So it's not my fault that I have to drive a big car, a big truck, to do my job. So, I mean, it's like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy fixed it. He's pretty quick. He knows what he's doing. He's pretty quick at it, so... It was fixed in, like, a couple weeks, but it wasn't a big deal. But it's just that I have to pay for it because I know that the guy's never going to pay for it. So I'm paying for it myself, so that way then, you know, I can have my car back quicker. Because I don't have another option.
Radar only works when you're on the move.
Yeah?
So get rolling if you want to find the live reward.
Yeah, hold on, guys.
Oh, what, on GTA or on... Because right now I'm doing payback on this. Dude, I just made the sickest looking NSX on this. The old NSX, not the new one. And I had a feeling it was like one of the cars I think you might know, but I just made it look like I could make it for myself. But I just need to find the right pose of this thing.
I'm back here, guys. Sorry, I had to stop. Someone was at the door. Were you one of you guys asking me a question or something like that?
Ooh, say something low.
But yeah, anyways, so that's, yeah.
I mean, I got baited so nice, it's so cool.
Ha!
Trying to find a good pose.
My phone gives me a joke every day. And today's joke was, what's green and pouty? The Incredible Sulk.
Bruh.
Why did the man name his dogs Rolex and Timex?
Wait, what?
Why did the man name his dogs Rolex and Timex?
I don't know.
Because they were watchdogs.
Wow. That's a good one right there. That was a good one. That was a good one right there.
I know. Like I said, my phone gives me just terrible jokes, just for the purpose of making me smirk a little every day. I know they're bad, but that's
Look at this.
they make you smirk a little, don't they? So like, I know they're bad, but they make you smirk, and doing that once every single day, it makes every day worth it. And I've timed it so that it usually does it when I'm sitting on lunch. It's pretty funny though. Like there are hundreds of them, and they're so bad. Yeah, you can set any Android phone to do that.
All right, let me ahead.
What do you call a paraplegic man on your wall?
I don't know.
Nobody.
Ah! Ready for this one? How do you turn a fruit into a vegetable? AIDS.
What?
AIDS.
AIDS?
AIDS?
Yep.
What does this AIDS have to do with her?
Get it? let me do the follow-up question, and it'll make the whole thing make sense. What's the hardest part of a vegetable to eat?
Cucumber?
The wheelchair. Now they both make sense, don't they? What's the difference between snowmen and a snow woman?
No man in the snow.
Snowballs. What do Tupperware and a walrus have in common?
A what?
Tupperware and a walrus.
A type of one is wrong.
They both like a tight seal. Don't die now.
I'm cringing so hard.
Any of you guys understand or know of metal music? Okay,
No.
These are metal jokes, and these are pretty bad. Did you hear about the woman who beat her husband to death with a metal pipe? They called her the Iron Maiden.
Damn.
Did you? I'm making a really shitty Iron Maiden cover band. We're called Iron Maiden China.
Iron Maiden made in China. God. That's what I call it, a pun right there, dude.
I like my favorite band is the same place I like to spill my semen. Upon a Burning Body.
Oh my god, some people don't know about semen. It's some people are in like another kind of world, what it means.
Wait,
you know.
what?
What? Did you not hear that joke? It was a really bad one.
I understand how it says.
What do you call it when it's raining tour vehicles?
When it's raining vehicles, you said?
Tour vehicles.
Raining vehicles?
Yeah, tour vehicles like buses and stuff.
Oh, I actually don't know that.
Van Halen.
Man.
I hate it.
What?
Huh.
What are you even
It's a Van Halen joke.
What is
What's the thing about Switzerland?
what's one good thing that's about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
There you go.
Gemologist.
There's a lot of terrible jokes.
Yeah.
Here in the restaurant.
Trying to find more.
Do you guys have that?
There's no menu. You get what you deserve.
Ha.
Do you guys have the bug on Need for Speed Payback when you press the right arrow? Use manual or just...
There's a couple of funnier ones that I gotta come up with. Are you guys okay with racist jokes? And Holocaust jokes? Okay, because I have like thousands of those.
What kind of race you're talking about?
Well, generally, I'm doing more worried about Holocaust jokes because they're pretty bad. But
okay.
what's the difference between what's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jew?
Would you talk about me?
What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jew?
That I don't know.
A Boy Scout comes back from camp.
Oh, I was close.
I don't know.
What's the difference between Harry Potter and a Jew?
I actually don't get it.
Harry Potter escaped the chamber.
Oh, is that for the book?
Why did Jewish showers have 12 holes?
Whoa.
Because they only have 10 fingers.
Oh my god. Oh.
That one takes a little context. When they were in the gas chambers, they all tried plugging the holes with their fingers. It requires context. Why did Hitler kill himself?
Okay, see that. First of all,
He saw his gas bill.
Yeah. As we all know today, Hitler's not.
Woo! It's clear pavement
I know
all
there's
the way
so
to the
many of
finish
them. I can't figure out which ones I want to do first. Don't make fun of the Holocaust. My grandfather died in the Holocaust. I mean, he fell out of the guard tower.
Oh.
But racist.
That Loki's not bad.
What do
Okay,
what do
as we
SpongeBob
know-
and an Asian have in common?
As we all know this joke today, what do you call... We know this joke nowadays. What do you call a cow with no legs?
I don't know.
Ground beef.
Ha!
Yeah, fuck them.
Most people around the world know.
What do SpongeBob and an Asian have in common?
They both have script eyes.
They're both yellow and they can't drive.
Oh, oh, damn.
Like I said, I got some really dark stuff.
Oh,
Yo, this
my
dog.
God. Nothing that affects us.
Like it's bad. A lot of the stuff that I come up with is super dark. Like I know a joke that's to be told or a saying that cannot be ever repeated anywhere in Europe because you'll get kicked out. I'll literally get banned from Italy because it's Italian. I'll get banned from Italy and will be kicked out of most of the European countries for uttering this phrase in public.
It sounds racist, but I feel like that's fine.
Ooh. Do any of you guys have the crew too?
No, I don't have a two.
Gemologist is a sick muscle car.
I'm just going on payback. Going back on payback.
Oh yeah, by the way, the cop car's out on payback now.
Yeah, I already found
Yeah, I heard about that.
I know where it is too. I've already gotten it. I got it this morning.
Is it like an
it. I might as
event?
well just say it now. I might as well say what it is.
You can't customize it though. All you can change are the vanity items on it, and that's it.
Upgrade it.
Yeah, and it goes to 365.
Level or?
Yeah, so it sounds like a level. Wait, is there like any abandoned car or anything that's coming in like in this next another event?
It's an abandoned car is what it is. You gotta go get it.
Okay, because right now currently it's on the BMW.
No, it just reset this morning.
Hey, Mom,
Again?
look at my car.
It just reset this morning to get the cop car.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna check right now. I wanna look. I need to look around.
It's in the city, southernmost part of the city. Very southern part, you'll see a gas station. Spawn into it, and it's right in that block area. It's pretty close.
Okay. I'm looking through every gas station in the city. I'll look around and see what's there. If it is still there, I'm gonna just max the crap out of it.
I've already done that. It's a lot of fun.
Damn, I like the sun design of sex though.
You're making progress. Today
Oh shit, what's this one?
Oh, I should probably go make the car look fancy.
love going all out against us.
So you guys are all on Play-Doh?
No, I'm on the crew 2.
You're gonna love this. I had some free time, so I finally went and fixed the elevator.
Right here.
Now we can show off even more vehicles at the house. I know. You're welcome.
Shit.
Demolish
That's why I never get to love this.
Gonna change my guy. Gloves.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull on my clothes out.
Gloves of love.
Let's check here.
Biotech.
Wait, Ray, you're in the same lobby?
I'm in the crew 2 right now. If you have the crew 2, then probably. Ooh, nice.
Never check this one. Let me check this gas station. Oh, I got a bait crate. Okay. Let me check here.
Ooh, nice. Ubisoft Club. Boop, boop. Must do all the drugs.
Yep, found it.
You found the abandoned car?
Yeah, I found the cop car.
Yes.
Oh, siren. Oh shit. Look
Oh,
at
I
this
just
thing.
noticed that I just...
Sounds kinky.
Oh, God. I'm gonna definitely lose in the season.
Hey, I'm your brothers. How you doing? Hey, I'm one of you guys. Don't hit me. Okay, you know, fuck you. Wait, who's the wait?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm totally gonna max this thing. Oh
I'm
shit.
having a lot of fun with this car.
Oh, I'll be having fun too with this thing. I'm surprised they added an update on this.
What am I, a little
The one thing they forgot to add, since they have to challenge a Hellcat, or they have to challenge a Hellcat, why they can't add the Charger Hellcat?
Yeah.
Or a Dodge Demon. That I would like to see.
In what game? Oh, yeah.
Kill switch.
In what game?
Get out of the way, cop. Get out of the way. Oh, I went to the wrong thing on day. Yep, I went the wrong way. I'm just having too much fun with this thing.
Having fun killing people, I assume?
Telling me getting these cops do it. Some of these cops are straight savages. Oh, here's a rhino. Ah, nice try. It's the cool thing about the rhinos. The rhinos don't give a shit if they hit their little buddies.
Visual parts.
You think it's dude? You just keep killing me, you stupid cops.
That's right, cops. Keep trying to murder me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The one thing I find annoying about these cops, not only they're dumb as hell, but when you're trying to make a turn, they go straight head onto you.
Never mind, I hit a freaking wall.
Oh, I was so close to getting busted. Oh wow, I was that close to get. I was this close to get busted.
Busted like a rusted.
Okay, I need to improvise on the make a big giant U-turn.
Make a bunch of naked guys.
Oh, what?
I don't know, I'm bored.
Okay, I got a kill switch cop. That's good.
What did this one?
On what? The crew 2? Oh crap, Rhino! Oh, get wrecked.
What's the next stop for that?
here, but I had to spend like 240 bucks on the alternator on my car yesterday. And I could have just saved Buckos. You better call off the pursuit, guys. You need to call off the pursuit.
You're gonna need more cops to come get me, bitches.
Alright, cops, you better back off.
Hey, officer, what? Suck my dick!
Yes. Oh, sweet. Maybe it doesn't have the stock version of the Crown Victoria.
Color
That'd be sick.
official.
Yeah, that would be nice to have a stock.
Every latest. Oh, hello, that's actually kind of cool looking.
Yet, he didn't give me information about this Crown Victoria, damn. Yeah, it's unavailable, unavailable, unavailable. Yep, it's $100.
$100 million.
No.
What are you guys doing?
Not button.
Have the first one. Have the first one.
Colors, official. Liveries.
Alright. Okay, that's 4. You guys in the session?
Ass and cream.
Alright. No, I'm in a store campaign right now. Well, I finished the campaign, so I'm about to join you guys' session in a bit.
Oh, ha!
Dead.
I'm gonna have to take off soon, guys, because I actually got to take off now because I got to get ready and
No, I can join you from the party.
go to appointment. So I'll see you guys later.